everyone. Today we're starting a new type of reading and writing. We are going to be learning about poetry. Poetry is really fun because it's a way for authors to take these really big ideas and big feelings and kind of shrink it down into a small little package that is almost like a gift for the reader to open. When you're reading and writing poetry, you're using really precise words. So you're thinking, how can I tell somebody about this incredible thing or create a great image in their mind using just a few words? Most poems aren't very long. Before we get too far into our lesson today, I want you to stop and watch a different video that a teacher made that's called What is Poetry? I want you to listen to how she describes poetry and what makes it different than other types of writing. So if you haven't done that yet, stop and watch that video. The address is right here at the bottom. It's on YouTube. You'll have to enter that in. It's called What is Poetry? Think about how she describes poetry. Okay, we're back. Now I need you to gather a blank piece of paper and a pencil, and we are going to do some visualizing and drawing as I read a poem. In the video, she talked about different elements of poetry. One of those things might be some rhyming. So some poems, the author chooses to have words rhyme, like cat and hat or gate and late. Not all poems rhyme, but sometimes they do. So pay attention. Does this poem have rhyme? Another thing you might see in poetry is alliteration. That's when an author chooses to use words that begin with the same sound multiple times. So they repeat that same sound throughout the words. It helps give the poem a little bit more rhythm or flow. And another way to give poems rhythm or flow is to have line breaks. You'll notice most poets do not write all the way across the page in complete sentences. They choose just those most important words, and they might write short little phrases. And then they'll break the sentences or phrases into smaller chunks to make your voice read just a few words at a time, take a pause, and move to the next line. We call those line breaks. So we're going to be listening to a poem and paying attention, looking for some of those elements and thinking how when the author chooses words carefully like they've done, how it can create a strong, powerful image in our mind. So would you get out your pencil and your blank paper, and I'm going to read a poem to you. And the first time through, just close your eyes and listen and see what kind of picture you can make in your head. Okay, close your eyes. The poem is called Stepping Stones. Stepping over stepping stones, 1, 2, 3. Stepping over stepping stones, come with me. The river's very fast and the river's very wide, and we'll step across on stepping stones and reach the other side. Okay, open your eyes. What did you visualize? What did you see in your mind as you heard those words? Now I'm going to read it again. This time start sketching or drawing on your piece of paper. Draw what you saw when you heard the words. Stepping stones. Stepping over stepping stones, 1, 2, 3. Stepping over stepping stones, come with me. The river's very fast and the river's very wide, and we'll step across on stepping stones and reach the other side. Okay, you've got your visualized image in your head, and now you've put it down on the paper. The author did choose to do an illustration, so I'm going to show that to you. Yours might look different. That's another thing about poetry, is it's all about how you interpret the words. So you might hear words and get one image, and I might hear the words, same words, and get a different image in my head. And that's because we have different experiences or backgrounds. We've lived different lives. And all of those things influence how we see or visualize the author's words. So let's go ahead and take a look at their picture. We'll make some comparisons, and we'll look for some of those different elements that the other teacher mentioned in her video. Ready? All right. When I look at this poem, I heard some rhyming words. Did you hear some words that rhyme? I noticed at the end of the first line is the word 3, and at the end of the second line is the word me. 3, me. Then I noticed that there was another rhyming pair, wide and side. So this author has chosen to make rhyming part of their poem. I also noticed the ST sound at the beginning of several words. Stepping over stepping stones. stepping over stepping stones. Down here, we also see it 3 times. Step across on stepping stones. So the author is trying to create a rhythm or flow by using some alliteration, that repeated beginning sound. Finally, I noticed that the author used some line breaks to help create rhythm. The author didn't just write the whole sentence across in one line. It starts here and it doesn't end till down here at this period. Instead, the author took short little phrases or groups of words and put those together so that as the reader, I would take a pause. The river's very fast and the river's very wide, and we'll step across on stepping stones and reach the other side. By intentionally putting those words together and then taking a line break, moving to a new line, the authors created a rhythm and shown me how they would like me to read the words and which parts go together. Take a quick look at the picture. Was this similar to what you had drawn? Did you visualize the same thing? A river with 3 stones and people going across? Use what you've learned about poetry today and your blue folder that we put into your learning packet this week and see if you can pick an object from your house and try to write a poem about it. Think about using some alliteration, that repeated beginning sound. Maybe you try to put in a rhyme. Or you practice with line breaks, not putting everything all the way across the page, but putting groups of words together that show your reader how you want the poem to sound. I can't wait to see what kinds of poems you come up with. See you soon.